It's going in. Oh yeah, this sounds great. It's going in. It's a great thing. This thing going in. Oh, they just had to sprout out, go run in their mouth. Full of shit. Full of it. Just full of shit. Hey now. Hey now. Guess I'm downloading lives from two different places. If you haven't been seeing my lives, that means that you don't follow my other page. Hey now. So before we got off the other page earlier, it was looking like people were gonna come to amends and stuff like that. And then, hey now. And then, hey. So then I'm like, okay, they're gonna mend stuff. They're gonna fix it. You know what I mean? They're gonna fix it. I was listening to the particular person's live. I was listening to it. I'm like, okay, they're gonna mend stuff. You know what I mean? Wrong page, partner. Wrong page. This the person that called people out for begging. Wrong person. Literally the wrong person. Literally we broke. Literally people mad at me because I call everybody and their friends out. Like, bruh. Like, bruh. Like, for real though. Then they get mad. Okay. So I thought they was gonna mend things. That's what it sounded like earlier. You know what I mean? And from what I heard I heard them say let's end it. Alright, I was like, cool. They gonna end it, right? Well then, Chris, y'all don't know Chris. It's somebody I called out that's their friend. Gets in the box and starts sprouting off about me. Hey now. Yeah. And I'm like, I call everybody out. Just because some folks ain't got the courage because they use the title friendship to tell somebody, something. Ain't nothing up. That, hey, you got that in your bio, and I get on folks all the time. Awareness, anti-scam. If you're going to wear the title, you have to be willing to call everybody out. Because we can't be like, oh, it's good to ask for help sometimes. Well, that means you can't call nobody out, right? Am I tripping? Hey now, am I right? If you calling folks out, if you calling folks out for begging, don't that mean you supposed to call the person right next to you out who begging? No, ain't no shame. Like, bro, if I'm gonna call Beth out, if I'm gonna call Beth out, if I'm gonna call Devin out, if I'm gonna call HH out, why is anybody acceptable to being called out? At that point, at that point, there go my problem again. At that point, it's like you shouldn't do awareness. Because if you don't have the gall to call the person that's sitting right next to you in your box and you want to talk about Beth's GoFundMe, you want to talk about Trey's GoFundMe, but if we're going to use your logic, you shouldn't talk about them because we all need a little help. You shouldn't be in the business. You should, am I tripping? Tell me I'm tripping. Tell me I'm tripping. Tell me. Please, somebody tell me I'm tripping or not tripping. I don't, that's between you and God getting to know somebody. If I start calling folks out, that means when you start begging, That means they gonna expect me to call you out. And if I don't call you out and say, oh, and I go, oh, because I call everybody out. That's why I get the little judge title up there. Because if I don't call you out, they're gonna call me out. That's what's gonna happen. So that's my credibility. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna let you up. That's my credibility. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna hold you to no particular standard, and then when you do something wrong, not say something, not say nothing. If they bring me the receipt, I'm supposed to do what they to me. They send it, then like okay, I gotta do the right thing. Cooling, he cooling. Woke woke up from a nap. Now he got an attitude. Anyway, anyway, I thought, I mean, maybe y'all can fix it. Yeah, yeah, maybe y'all can fix it. And I hope y'all do fix it. But I told you I was coming back. Hey, now, I literally told you. I said I'm coming back. Literally, I said that. I said I'm coming back. I had to keep my word. Seriously, literally had to keep my word. Like, hey, now. So literally had to keep it. What I hope is if she's saying y'all gonna fix it, I'm hoping I am hoping that y'all can go your separate ways and not about each other. Hey now, Pete, floor is yours. Pete, you there? Can y'all hear Pete? Okay. We Pete, I'm gonna have you
Do you hear me?
now I can hear you. Now you good. Did it go back out again? He coming back. He coming back. What I'm gonna say is I do hope y'all fix it. I'm just a drama queen. Hold on, Blue. Let me get Pete, and then I'm gonna have you next. Promise. Tell me you got it. Tell me you got it fixed, Pete. I hear something. I heard something. All right, here's something.
My whole internet.
There you
My whole
go.
internet is
There you go.
shot.
There you go. There you go. Is it? There? Oh, it do say
This
you
is
got.
crazy.
It do say you
You
got
hear me?
Wi-Fi. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I can hear you now.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's trash. There we go. She'll be better now. What's up, man?
You good? How's it going, Pete? How is it going?
I'm well. Waking up from a nap, having to hear my name's being dragged through the mud constantly, and that other people want to get involved that have nothing to do with shit that had to do with Sam. Yep. Tired of that.
Well, I heard, I did hear at least them say that they wanted to fix this. They wanted to let it all go. I did hear that.
That's what I've been trying to do. That's why I don't mention them. That's why I don't go and mess with them. That's why I don't just let it go. That's all I did
And
for months.
let me see something. Let me see something because they may be watching, so maybe we can get to some common ground by. Let me see something. Let me see. I'm going to my computer right quick. Give me 1 second. Let me pull them up. Let's see. Maybe hopefully they listening and maybe we can. get some common ground here. Let's see. Let's see. So we can that way it's done between CK, it's done between you and everybody. Just move on and move in whatever spaces that they want to move in. Let's see if we can hear.
Was on unemployment for like 6 months, but I still sustained and, was still doing okay because, Florida had a good unemployment program.
Let me see
paying
if
people like
I'm gonna send a
$8.75 a
message.
week. I could have stayed on that for probably another 6 months or a year, but that's not me. That was my first time, well, second time in my life ever taking unemployment. But
how do I get her in here?
We were able to sustain
On the computer.
well until I had my health issue, and then bang. And then, like I say, I sustained as long as I possibly could.
Chat, tell me what I should type for Samantha's
every bit
chat.
of money that I possibly had saved up until eventually.
Let me see what they can tell me. I can check.
Like I say, I say at least the past 6 months.
I mean, I'm over there. I'm over there. I just want to know for the ending part what to
North Carolina, Pennsylvania, just
no for
some
Pete or
affordable housing.
Yes, sir.
would you be willing to have a respectful conversation with Samantha?
I'm always willing to have a respectful conversation, but here's the deal, Patty. You already know that you can have this conversation with this individual. It's never going to work in the favors that you think it is.
I just moved and
Let me see.
texted this here.
Type it right now.
There's a waiting list. Yeah, there's a waiting list.
She on pause right now. I'll press enter once she comes on pause. I'll press enter for my message. Hopefully.
This is your platform, man. I'll respect your platform for sure.
Because I see all the ladies trailer park. I see Nikki, Victoria, all the people that, and I'm not trying to hold nobody back from having their I understand the ladies like to talk and be in groups together. That part, and let them all get back together. Hopefully, did she? Oh, she didn't eat. She didn't eat. I don't understand. Okay, let me see.
And one thing that we're possibly looking
I forgot I was on this account.
may have a little bit of money coming my way here soon. It's not 100%, but we were thinking about buying a van. And of course, I'm not.
Maybe this word.
Telling y'all because I want any money or anything like that. I'm saying that.
We don't know, Hazel. I didn't know.
Doing the van life thing just because.
I didn't know that it was going to turn into Samantha actually saying that she wants it all to end and all that stuff.
Until we can get into a place.
I didn't know we were going to get there. I didn't know we were going to get there. I didn't think we would ever hear those words out of her mouth, respectfully to everybody. I mean, Pete, she said, I didn't think I was going to hear her say, I would like for this all to end.
Well, it's an echo chamber wherever she is, and she's comfortable in her own little zone. So sure, her following becomes an echo chamber, and therefore you don't get to get a word in edgewise of sensibility. Common sense doesn't really fly over there.
Well, she apologized to Goose, and she didn't give out apologies.
Well, yeah, she should apologize to some of these people that she's tormented over the months. That's the fact, because these people have done nothing to her. There's always a reaction to an action, so people are going to react in ways they deem necessary for their own sanity.
I mean,
try to put a little bit of pressure on it. But
so Cass is speaking on her behalf, and she said, she said,
at this point, like 3 more months.
she said, he knew she was live here. She has nothing to say to him. Her issue isn't with him. They was just talking about you. I'm so confused.
Honey, they called my probation officer. She called my probation officer from Canada, and my probation officer thought that I went to Canada.
Lord,
That was his only concern. But the premise of her calling my probation officer wasn't really justified to him.
okay. So I think I understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to squash
Yeah,
it
she tried to,
and not.
and she added more. She put more. So you know how courts will have documents and they'll have, uh, uh, like probation will have, like, if you get a DWI, you'll have like the intellectual device, community service, all that stuff, the suspension. So my probation department kind of negated the community service because I was working with probation, being a peer mentor to other people on DWI. After she had called, then all of a sudden he comes back with this, all right, now you have to do community service. Yeah. So it's not coincidental, it's of happenstance. So that happened because of her stance.
Hey now, when it comes to me and you, I don't think uh, she wants a resolution with us. I think it's with the ladies. I think me and you, I think we should absolutely be fine with it. They're gonna say our
Mm-hmm.
thing regardless. But if she wants to make a healthy amends with CK, I say that that should at least happen, or with anybody else, any of the other ladies, just so we, as the guys, we out of it. Because even when I had her in my box and she was saying my name, I still stay in unit. So I think for the sake of the lady, for all the women, I think we should let them hash it out, the ladies, and we shouldn't get involved. Yeah.
Of course, the people that she has a problem with, she has to identify that, and those that have a problem with her, they need to identify it with her. That's on a different level than my involvement with Sam. But Sam
Yes,
somehow, in some way, always seems to put my name in the mix of everything she's talking about.
I feel you, brother. It happens to me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta.
I've been leaving it alone. I've been leaving it alone. I've been staying on my own. I don't bother her, but she loves to bother me. And this is where I need to get my statements out, because I'm not gonna make no video and I'm not gonna conduct a live bashing somebody. If she doesn't want to come in here and not address situations, that's completely up to her. She's not full.
Well, I think at a minimum, her and CK can have that conversation, and any of the other ladies that have been affected by any of the other ladies that she wants to consider making amends with. Not saying that she has to, but I know she would like to make amends with CK. If she's willing to go a step further with any of the other ladies that felt done wrong, I think that's good. But I think when it comes to me and you, it is what it is. Society made it to where we're guys and we don't have uh, feelings. So I'm gonna accept that. But that's the layout, and
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you, because whenever we say it's an attack towards a female and like we get discredited on that level, but our mental health and things that we go through on a daily basis are irrelevant to her. For the people that they associate with. And it's like you have other people that also attack individuals that she has a problem with. So I mean, it's just, if she wants to apologize and make amends with certain people, that's 100% in her corner, and that's her right to do so. But those people have to accept that as well.
I accept it. Yeah, we'll get the opportunity in space, y'all. I mean, we can wait a little bit, and the reason. it's not good for us to go. We've been kind of even with having her in the box today. Like people come in and it's just not a attack on one person. Like people say stuff about me, they say stuff about everybody in the box. And the one thing I could say about this, and I'm talking to the chat, the one thing I could say is that we really pretty much kept it even across the board. That you could talk about anybody in this live, and including myself, which y'all do come in here and talk about me. And odds, no, I ain't really trying to have you blocked or muted. I personally, sometimes they do mute, but I like going back and forth with people that don't like me. It's not a thing where I take it. I like it. And I understand she was live first, but it's not an even across the board live. It's pretty much anybody that they have deemed not the person, they go off on that person. Versus, hey, me having her in the box and saying, hey, don't banana her, like, muting myself even if someone's talking about me, like, y'all saw that lady cuss me out earlier? Okay. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We can't subject ourselves to the people that follow a certain individual going left field on you versus hearing people out. So rather hear somebody out than not. Pete.
Yep.
Yeah, I think she wants. I think Coach, the one that would be the one she wants to have a conversation. As much as we would like to have a conversation with Sam and end it and get it, I don't think that's happening for us. I think we just have to accept that she's going to talk about us. I've accepted it. I don't care.
Well, of course she's going to talk about us. That's her modus operandi. But I'm just going to spread my truth to the matter, just to put my side of the story out there with the situation that I had with her. So, the very beginning, she decided that she wanted to talk to me about Coach Crystal in a way that I had no idea who she was to begin with, and she brought some personal stuff to my attention about her that was a private conversation between her and Coach, and that's where it all started. That Coach Crystal and Sam issue was with that one specific conversation, right? Which is a complete misunderstanding. But either way, yeah, she did help me during my time of struggle. That's not a lie. I've admitted that many times on two different lives, Rammer's live and Goose's live, which she sideswiped me in both. And Rammer was 100% complicit in that. She allowed that to happen. She knew what was going to come down on that live. I apologized to Rammer, but Rammer never seen that it was necessary for her to apologize to me. That's cool. That's cool. I don't care about all that. What I care about is the truth. And the truth is I did give her money. I had offered to give her $100 at a time, and she refused that. When I was working at the gas station, she had a job, then she had quit it and got a job right next to it, and we were trying to figure out how she could work her hours and still get her disability, right? So if she wants to talk about I'm a scammer on the app and scamming things, then she needs to understand that she is also one as well, scamming her local government. So if you're gonna call me a scammer, I'm gonna call you one as well. And we absolutely broke it down to calculations per hour, per dollar, right? While I was actually working at the gas station that she called and eventually I ended up losing my job from. So yeah, that happened. When I came back to the internet after my phone had broke, and she had known my phone was breaking, it was broken while we were talking. I dropped my phone, and the bottom portion of my phone was blacked out, so I couldn't text anybody. I couldn't reply to anybody unless and this is the same thing I told her. If I actually hit the message when you message me, then the screen popped up because it was above that. But if I go into my text messages, my keyboard wouldn't show up, right? I explained that to her. I explained that to other people that I was talking to, and I explained that to my grandmother. My grandmother decided to purchase me a new phone because I'm underneath her plan, okay? Which many people are underneath other people's plans. That's not scamming anybody, right? So Jen and Lisa had offered me a new phone, and they had bought me a new phone using my address under the... Sam had asked me, she's like, do you mind if I give your address to Jen and Lisa? And I asked her why, and she wouldn't tell me until she told me that there was a phone on the way. I didn't need a new phone. It was a Wi-Fi phone. I still have it. It never worked. It worked twice. And in the Snapchat calls that we would have with that phone, all of them would tell me that it sounds like I'm in a tunnel because that phone wouldn't work correctly through the Wi-Fi. So eventually just stopped connecting to the Wi-Fi altogether. I had offered to pay back Jen and Lisa. They didn't say anything to me. All right? This is who I was informed had gotten me the phone. Okay? So that's the only knowledge that I had as far as the involvement in monetary moving amongst hands was between Jen and Lisa with the phone, not Sam. Sam's only involvement was giving them my address. That's the only involvement she had in that. So I'm calling it as it is. It's real. I don't embellish things. So they gave it to me. They sent it to me. I had offered to pay them. They didn't say anything to me, right? Sam had sent me groceries for sure. She had said that don't worry about the groceries. She'd done that out of the kindness of her heart. That's a fact, right? But I had offered to give it to her because she had helped me during my lowest point. We were in a relationship. This wasn't an advantage type of relationship. This was a relationship, in my opinion, as how two people act in a relationship, right? She had called me multiple times complaining about how bored and how lonely she felt and that there was nothing to do. So I had said to her, her friends, her male friends offered to bring her out on the boat, okay? So I had said, why don't you just go out and have a good time? Go out and have a good time out on the water. At least you're out on the water in nature. I love nature. That's what I'm all about. I love to be out in the wilderness, okay? So that's good for anybody to just have that serenity and just that peace of mind in order to escape your common everyday problems. Get out of your own way, essentially. I come to find out that she ended up having a personal relationship with these dudes that she told me out of her mouth after the Goose Live that she blindsided me in. And she told me she was cheating on me the entire time, which would make sense because she had said that she was having a relationship with a married man and that to her, it was a very weird situation, but she still had that, right? So not only was she having that relationship, but who else knows, who other dudes was she having a relationship with in Canada? And these are all on phone calls. These are all on phone calls. I don't record my phone calls. These are all, she knows exactly the conversation she had with me. And then, essentially, she had wanted to blame me for the discretions of her children's exes not paying their dues when it comes to their children, and used my giving me money. She used that as a way to say their children weren't going to have a Christmas. That has nothing to do with me. Go after their fathers. Why don't you go after them? Okay? And then she wanted to pretty much tell me that she didn't give a damn about my daughter, right? That I was having a hard time being able to see because of my personal situation. It had nothing to do with my ex and had everything to do with my own personal situation. I was in a whirlwind of struggles. I was in a transformation in my life, and she knew this. I was going from dropping alcohol to becoming a complete sober person. And I was finally trying to move on from my ex-wife into a new relationship, but I thought she was the person that I was going to try that with. I didn't care what she looked like. I didn't care about any of that stuff. When I first was interested in her, she stood on convictions on the anti-scam, and she was strong and proud with that. So that's what I was attracted to. I had no idea what she looked like. So if she's trying to use whatever that is to her advantage, it's irrelevant. Okay. She knew all of these things. She knew I was going through a hard time. She knew that my grandmother was considering moving to Oklahoma from New York to move in with her sister. So there was a whole issue with that as well. I didn't have a job for a good portion of the time in the beginning of our relationship until I got the job at my local gas station, right? And so as soon as I had gotten the job, we had worked out a way to where I was going to pay her. I told her, as soon as I start making money, I'm going to start paying you back. And, you know, the transfer rate between American coin and Canadian coin is different. So I would always get a $35 transaction from Sam through PayPal, which obviously in her currency was right around $45 to $50, right? So in American cash, it was $35. So what she is wanting is she wanted me to transfer her in the amount that she lost in Canadian dollars. And that was under an assumption prior to her and I talking about it and working out the transfer rate. My initial payment to her was declined because I gave her $100. And so she took 80, which I owed her the $100 to begin with, so why not take the extra 20? And her response was, you need the money, which we agreed on. Okay, so she was making a logical adult decision based on the fact that I had just gotten this job. So she had made a decision that was based in logic, but she still was owed that money, and she declined it. She could have taken it because I was offering it to her. I knew my own finances. I budget my money. I know where my finances are, okay? If I can't afford it, I'm going to tell you what I can afford, and I'm going to give it to you, okay? And same thing with Gaia. He had offered me. These are all offers. These were never begs. I never dry bagged. I told her my situation, and if she referred to that as dry bagging or begging, that's all on her. That's in her own mentality. She was wrapped up in the community, and then when I lost my phone for that 27 to 28 days, her mentality in this community went right to the fact that I was begging her for money when she offered it initially. And here's the one thing. I did ask her for $30. I did come out one time and ask her for $30 because my probation department had asked me for money, which isn't her responsibility, but I had asked her and she obliged. She did give a little pushback, which is understandable, but she had then given it to me anyway, right? And there was no back and forth bickering on that. She gave me a little bit of a pushback, and I said, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But she did anyway. I wouldn't have been mad. And this was at the point where I was just starting my job, okay? So Gaia had given me $25 to try to get my ID back, right? This was at the end point in New York for COVID. Albany was still catching up on a lot of things. So for me to get my identification card, which was between $8 and $10 for a I think it's 4 to 8 years or whatever, depends on what they were doing at the time. So a 4-year ID I ended up getting for $10, right? But I wasn't able to get that at the time because the DMV was backed up and they wouldn't have been able to send me my ID in time for me to have it. So he said, use it for food or things that you need. So what I had told him is that I bought cigarettes and I bought some soda and some candy, which is typical of my purchases anyway. So immediately, because America has Cash App, I had transferred him $25 without hesitation. Immediately. So if I were to be of this beggar and this scammer, this is where it's conflating in the issue where I am who she's trying to portray me to be. If that was the case, I wouldn't have given him the money back. That's not the type of person I am. I pay my debts, right? If you're gonna help me out and you're gonna try to secure me a little bit of flavor during my downtime, I'm gonna help you out. And I want to give you more than what you've given me because that's the type of person I am. And I had told Sam that. It's like, it was right around, I figured she didn't send me the receipts. She didn't give me any of the groceries, but I was going to give her $1,000 cash for helping me out. And I told her this. You're going to get $1,000 for helping me out. When I have this money, you will get this money in return because I appreciate you helping me. So I'm going to pay it back plus some. She already knew this. When I come back to the internet, I'm hearing all these random stories that are consistent from every person that was in the community that she was running my name through the mud. She was making up excuses and stories, and I left it alone. And I left it alone because I'm not that type of person to engage in that type of foolery. Until I got into Goose's live to have a conversation with Goose on what she wanted to talk about, because Goose likes to talk about all types of things. So I just wanted to go in and support her. She decided to blindside Goose with all of that stuff. Okay. And so after that conversation, she had called me and she tried to drag me on the phone, and I kind of cut her off, and I did yell at her. I called her all types of names. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're not able to just do that to me and think you're going to be able to get away with it. And all of the people that have some sort of opinion on this situation that had nothing to do with it, those people are extremely irrelevant in this conversation, because it's just a belief. It's not the truth. So, like her friends, for example, they're running around, and they've said a lot of things, and I let it go. I do let it go. But it's come to a point. It comes to a point where you got to address it, and you keep it cordial, and you keep it inviting. But at the end of the day, the relevancy of these people is non-existent to me. So when they run their mouth on things they don't know, is problematic, because that rumor mill bug continues to go and go and go until you address it and kind of put an end to it. So I just wanted to leave it alone. I wanted to let Sam do her thing and do whatever she needed to do on her end. And I wanted to just do my thing. She tried to control my platform when I came back. She sent me multiple messages saying, you have a lot of nerve getting up on here making anti-scam videos when you owe me money. And I had told her, I don't know who you think you are, but you don't control what I do. You may intimidate others, but you're not going to get me to change up just because you say so. So at the end of the day, Sam isn't. We've had a kumbaya session with Jeff, Brittany, all these people a long time ago. Everybody came out and made their apologetic statements to one another, and they tried to let bygones be bygones. But that just never seemed to work for certain people, because they continue to this day to use old information that is not pertinent to today. And I guess from what her calculations are, I can't get into my PayPal. That's been locked down. That PayPal locked that down for some reason. I've been in email chains with these people trying to figure out why my PayPal is locked down. I'm not really getting any information on that. So I've tried to open up another PayPal to send her the money that I owe her. But I had told her recently that since you decide to run my name through the gauntlet of your BS, you're never going to get that again. That isn't coming your way. You don't get to do what you do and then get rewarded in return. That's not how it works for me. Do I owe it to her 100%? Hand to God. God knows it. I talk to him on a daily basis. And that's why I'm able to be so calm, cool, and collective and let a lot of this stuff go. And block a lot of those people, because I don't want that type of that anger, that discontent, any of that stuff in my life, because it doesn't work for me. It's not going to help the matter. It is an award, because she's running around. She's running around unchecked, so it is an award, a reward. You're not going to be able to run your mouth and lie on my name and then get anything in return after that. That's not how I operate. And the words that come out of these people's mouths are falling on deaf ears. You can say what you want. Say whatever you want. It doesn't affect me. It is a reward at this point. Like I said, I do owe it to her, but at this point, it is a reward. I'm not going to allow her to run her mouth and then get that in return as if she is able to go unchecked by me. So these people can say whatever they want, and then to bring other people into a relationship between Sam and I'm I've already paid her well over $300, so she's not getting any more in return. That's not happening. So to bring other people into the situation that happened between her and I is disrespectful, and it's inconsiderate. Not you, Patty. These other when she brings other people that I'm associated with or that I've decided to associate with and they've done with me, and then to use them as a weapon against me, that's not how I work. That's not how I operate. She's not gonna understand fully because she will not have a respectful conversation with me. She'll send me messages in a respectful manner on TikTok or on my text messages. She'll try because she understands that the things that she's done and said are 100% a lie. She understands the truth. 100% understands the truth. But yet she runs to the internet and she conflates everything. She lies about everything. She's never been honest once. Has she? I've heard videos of her saying in lives with her other older accounts of her saying I never paid her back. This is from her mouth. And this was after the fact I started paying her August, November of last year. I started giving her money, and then when I come back to the internet, she's still running her mouth on that. That's a lie. Just be honest. Doesn't matter how much money I owe her. If a lie is a lie, it's a lie. It'll never be the truth. And you got her followers that just love to continue to instigate. They instigate. They're just instigators.
It is what it is, Pete. Thanks for coming up, telling your side. But she don't want to talk to us. She only want to talk to the ladies. I get it. But
She doesn't want to talk to me. I understand that she doesn't want to talk to me because she knows that she can't send her BS my way. She knows that I know the truth because I was the only one in the relationship with her. Nobody else on this internet was. It was me and her. Multiple phone call conversation, day in and day out. She wouldn't let me rest. If I wasn't in a phone call with her, I was in a Snapchat call with her, I was in a box next to her in a TikTok live. She's very controlling in that aspect. So that's all I'm trying to say is if you truly know what you're talking about, that means that I also remember hearing your voice in the phone calls that we've had. So if these, not you, but these people that have a lot to say, they have no idea what they're talking about. They're going off of a one-sided situation. She's obsessed with the fact that I'm not somebody that is like, I'm not a winner, you know what I mean? I've got a lot of flaws, right? So there is no infatuation or obsessedness with me. She has something in her mind where she believes she owns and controls me, and that's not how it works.
Pete, thank you for sharing. There's nothing. She don't want to talk to us. we gotta dead it. She only want to talk to CK or any other ladies that she has to apologize to.
I get that. I understand that. I understand why, and that's fine. I understand why the rest of the internet doesn't, but I know the truth. I know why she doesn't want to talk to me. She can say whatever she wants, but she's always running my mouth. That's all I gotta say.
CeeLo Tora in the comments, she has already said on her live that she does not want to talk to Pete on any platform. She only wants to talk to CK. Okay, she already said it. I already asked over there. She does not want to talk to Pete. She does not. She does not. She said that. Unless I'm missing something within the last 3 seconds.
I don't know. I don't want any. I don't owe. I owe her $110
I feel for that.
according to her words. So I'm not. I'm not. Maybe in the future, when all of this starts to settle down and Sam comes to me as a legit woman and decides to have an actual grown-up conversation with me on a one-on-one basis off of this platform, maybe I'll consider giving it to her. But at this moment, she decides to run her mouth when she knows that I'm not anywhere around the situation. I stand on principles. You can say whatever you want to me. I don't owe any of you an explanation, or do I care what you have to say? I'm giving my side of the story, and you can say whatever you want, but it doesn't matter what you tell me. Keep running your mouth.
I'm gonna have you down because I gotta get.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm gonna jump anyway because a lot of these people are irritating. So I'll talk to you later, bud.
We get blue up here, and then hopefully I can.
Am I echoing at all?
Huh?
Am I echoing?
No.
Okay. I wanted to say something really quick before we get started. Is that I wanted to say thank you for allowing me on your platform, even though we've had our differences before. Everybody, I want to apologize before I start this for not taking everybody's feelings into consideration. I have hurt a lot of people for only worrying about my feelings in this situation. I do want to apologize. I only worried about my feelings in the matter of what was being spoken on about me. I went on, Dalton's platform, and I didn't care how he was affected by it. It just kept being me. And I do want to apologize for that. And I want to say thank you for allowing me on the platform. I didn't know if you want me to express the whole thing that happened, or just the receipts that I just showed you.
Wait. Before we get started, this is a disclaimer. I am only up here to make sure Mr. Blue stays in his lane and he doesn't have an attitude or gets triggered by any of the comments. Yes, I kind of sort of know what's going on. I've been in the bushes the last week or so watching, but his opinions are his opinions. I'm just a neutral party, okay?
Great.
Okay.
Is it okay if I come back in like 30 minutes?
I'm going to work.
Okay, let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to go to work. That's why I was like, oh my God, I didn't. Do you want me to kind of give a rough estimate of what's going on?
You better give the footnotes. Go quick.
Okay, so pretty much what happened was me and Dalton got into a fight about me supposedly making an accusation or saying that Melanie, that is, how do I explain this? She talks about it on the internet. I'm not putting it out there for everybody to know. She already talks about it. She talks about it on live, that she advocates for her sister for her essay against Adriel's son. And so they said that I made a claim stating that it did not happen and that I called her a liar. I have asked for proof multiple times. They do not show me receipts that it happened. I don't remember me saying that. That's not something that I would do. And so that went on, and we started fighting about that. Then there was a fake account that went around of me telling people to go unalive themselves, unalive their children, and do horrible things to their children, sexual things. And so there was a person that was affected by this this thing, right? This burner account, and I have all the screenshots. I can show them. They told her, they doxed her name, they doxed her child's name, she doxed her location, they doxed her phone number. I don't know who this Brittany chick is from anything. She went on to Dalton's platform and said that I coached her to say these things about Dalton and say that Dalton touched her child. And I never have fucking done this. And so she came to me after a couple days after that live and was like, no, I didn't say that. I said that the burner account told me to do that. Why are you doing that? Why aren't you calling 911? Why aren't you calling 911 about your child? If someone is saying that, you're going on the internet and saying that I'm doing things and then double backing. I have every single video about this. She said, I gave her my number. We've been in contact, right? She keeps texting my phone. She gave my number to the so-called Richard person. I think it's Washington Dog Dad. The Wreck-It crew knows who that is. He is known on the internet to put children's noodles on Instagram for revenge against people on TikTok. I'm being 100%. I'm trying to give Cliff Notes. So they keep texting me. They keep telling me there's someone else. They're this and the third. They're not who they say they are. And then today, I called the number that supposedly texted Brittany, and they're saying that they are Richard's girlfriend. This is the number that Brittany gave, that they're Richard's girlfriend. And Richard, in my messages, admitted to doing everything about that burner account. It's getting beyond confusion. I'm being blamed. Me and Dalton squashed it. We showed our receipts to each other. And the next thing you know, Icy Bliss went up there and said, because I told her I didn't want to be a part of the drama, I wanted to remove myself completely. She went up there and told him without receipts that I was a part of all of those accounts. And he believed her and continued to trash my name on the internet. And I have no problem with Dalton. Like, we figured it out. I don't know what to do at this point. Like, I have every receipt. If you need the pictures, I can show them right now. I sent you receipts of the text messages.
Can I just give some advice?
Yes.
Can
Yeah.
I just give some advice? Just stop using your platform and continuing to talk about it.
Right.
At this point, I've told you this.
Right.
Stop. If you don't want to have war with Dalton, I've seen his lives too quietly. And if y'all would just stop and refocus on your content that is
Right.
not involving each other or those involved in that circle, it would literally die down within a week. But because both of y'all
Right.
still hold lives and keep each other's names in your mouth, and everybody involved is basically co-signing it, the behavior, being in the boxes too, and cheering you guys on to do it, you guys will never stop, and it'll continue to get worse and worse and worse. You have to learn to be the bigger person
Right.
and silence yourself. Just because you're silent does not always mean you're guilty. It just means you're the bigger person.
I
And
just
both-
seen a comment, and it was Dalton said that I have stopped. I watched you all night last night when I said that I'm leaving it alone, and I watched you
But
all
then
night.
let him. That's the thing. They may say that he stopped, and if that is not what you feel is right, oh well. Let him
Right.
continue to talk, and you be silent and move on with your platform. It doesn't matter if he was or not. Even if he was last night and they said he wasn't, doesn't matter at the end of the day.
No, it's just it got affected because my boss reached out to me today, and they said that they watched the lives of him talking about me, and it's affecting my job.
That's when you need to pump the brakes
Right.
on your end. Because if you continue on your platform, you just give him more fuel to continue on his live about you. If you want to protect your job and your money and your personal life, you have to stop.
Right.
And I'm just saying this because I've been watching both of you guys for the last week quietly, and it's never ending. So now your personal life, your money, your
Right.
livelihood is now on the line over this stuff, and it's not worth it. Let him look silly. I don't have nothing to say about Dalton. I don't know who he is. I don't have any judgment on him. I've literally just been watching both sides of the story. But if he
Right.
wants to continue and he's okay with it and he doesn't have like a livelihood outside of TikTok that's going to affect him, let him. I don't
Right.
know what his situation is. I don't know if he works in real life or he's on this app making the money, but it doesn't matter because guess what? At the end of the day, his bills are still getting paid no matter how he acts or whatever, but it's not going to pay your bills. It's not going to keep a roof over your head.
Right.
And I mean, at this point, sweetheart, both of you guys need to stop. I've seen both of you cry. I've seen both of you have meltdowns, anxiety attacks on both lives. I've seen it both. It's getting to a point, it's getting dangerous, and you're going to ruin your future. You are a baby. Could you imagine trying to go for a career someday that you find and
Right.
they do a search on your name on social media and they see that and then you've lost the opportunity to pursue your dreams because of
I'm
this?
not. Hold on. The comments are saying that I'm talking about Melanie's sister. I'm talking about the accusation that was brought on me that you brought onto the platform in a public room. That's all I was saying. I was saying sorry to the people that were involved. I do not want to be on this TikTok app. I sent Petty the screenshots that I've received today about that number. Petty has seen them himself. This is getting out of hand. I'm understanding. I am literally talked to my boss. They're literally helping me get into therapy. This has been traumatizing for me. I don't want to be on this app no more.
Okay, well then you need to do that because I've seen you post a few times through all this. I'm done, I'm taking a break, and then you're right back on here. Even if you don't want to be done with it 100%, take a break.
Right.
Take a
And
break.
I am like I literally I keep getting messages like I'm literally gonna start blocking people if they bring this shit to me. I don't want to hear about no more. I'm getting screen recordings from everybody. Like my number is out there. Like everybody has my number. Like it's I'm literally about to change my number today. Like I can't do this no more. I have literally been on TikTok live screaming, and that's not who I am. That's not who I am.
And like respectfully, I see not Rissa next to me in the box, but Rissa down there. I know that I believe that you roll with Dalton. I just wanted to let you know that I was not talking down on Dalton. I'm a neutral party and I've watched both and I feel bad for both parties to see the pain, the anxiety and the tears that each other is causing. And so I'm telling Blue that if
Yes.
he wants to end it all, he needs to stop.
Please stop speaking on Melanie's sister, bro. I've told you that multiple times. This has nothing to do with Melanie's sister at the fuck all, and you know that.
That is a rough draft.
Okay, but what does she have to do with this, Blue?
You're echoing.
I don't care. What does she have to do with this?
Literally, can you mute? I said that I was giving a rough draft of how all of this started. This
But
is how
she has
this
nothing
is how
to
the
do with
story
this.
started, Rissa. I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not arguing with you. I've told you to stop fucking bringing her up on your fucking
The
panels
reason
because
why
she
I
has
was up
nothing to
here
fucking
is
do with
at
this.
first when I was up here, it was just to keep him calm. And then he asked the whole general chat what he should do. And I'm telling him he needs to stop. So don't come up here sideways to me, sweetheart.
I'm not
because
talking
I'm not
to you.
doing
I'm
nothing.
not fucking talking to you, so shut up.
Well, you're the
I'm
one that's
talking
come up
to
here
him.
with
Hold
a
on.
whole attitude for
Hold on
nothing.
now.
Because he's bringing up my best.
Dear God.
What we're not gonna do is that. That's exactly what we're not gonna do.
Like Melanie, if she's referencing the Melanie in the comments, Melanie follows me. She just thanked me for talking with respect for both parties. So you need to be careful before you hop in a box and assume stuff. And if you weren't here the whole time, then sit in the comments for at least 5 minutes and listen before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Blue,
Yes.
didn't I just say this?
Yes, ma'am. And we just had that
Don't
conversation.
say I'm me. I'm not that fucking old. I'm old, but I'm old.
Sorry. I'm trying to
I
be
know
respectful.
you didn't mean it like that,
Yeah.
but seriously, listen to Queen. Listen to Queen because that little example in that moment is exactly what I said.
Right.
It's all the bait you need to keep going.
Yes.
And for what?
Have we literally not been having this conversation with Blue for like a month?
Child.
Can I just say something though? It's just, and I understand what you're saying, and it hurts my heart when there's these pet P3DO claims going around about me. And I talked to you on the live, Rissa, and I said, yes, I did say that Dalton called me a P3DO. He did not. He called me a weirdo and a creep. And I admitted that multiple times on the live. Dalton did not call me that. I just came up here to say that I am done. Like I respect Pastor Petty. I wanted to come up here and just have this conversation. My roommate is literally putting a lock on my app store, so I do not get on this app. This shit is fucking driving me crazy. Like I called my roommate crying. Like I can't do this shit no more. It is affecting my life.
Okay, we done, right? We done.
Yeah.
Okay, we done, y'all. We done, y'all. We done.
Oh Lord, child,
Blue,
please, please be done.
please. You have been stressing me out because I am tired of you getting wrapped up in this.
Right.
And you say right and you say okay, and we've had this conversation over and over, and you let these people rile you up and you get right back in the mess. And I understand that, they're saying things that aren't nice. I do.
It
But
just
the
it
best
feels like I'm
reaction
being
is
silenced.
it's not being silenced if you are being measured in your response.
Right.
You don't have to react to every single thing that they say. You
Right.
do not have to hop online and unravel because that's what they want. I've told you this constantly. You are making their rent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are putting money in their account. And I told you, do not let these people let you become their content if
Right.
they're not breaking you off some. And I know they ain't breaking you off nothing.
Right.
It is ridiculous. And all they're going to do is be combative, clearly. Like the girl that just came up here. Everything was fine. You and Rissa have had issues and you guys have not yelled at each other.
No.
And then she come up here and started, and then here you go again. Wash, rinse, repeat. We are tired, and I know you are tired. I know you are tired of this. I have to skip your live sometime because I'm like, Lord, I feel like I gotta go up there and windmill.
Right.
Because
Not the
Lord,
windmill.
I feel like I gotta fight. And I don't like to fight. I like to stay in my little comment cousin corner downstairs. But you just, and then what happened with, you make up and then you're in his box, and you got to give it time to cool off.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough time to cool off because then here we go again.
Right.
That barely lasted 24 hours. And then you've alienated the people that are on your side because they want to see you do great, but then you keep getting roped back in. Get
River.
off the roller coaster.
Yeah, I know
Please.
that Petty wants to stop this. I'm just going to state this right now. You guys can believe me, and you can believe me if not. I will be off this app. I'm not doing this anymore. Please, if you are watching this, stop sending me stuff. Stop for my mental health. I do not care
Listen.
anymore.
Listen to me. Don't ask anybody to do something for you. You do it
You do
for
it.
yourself.
You do it.
Block it out. If it comes to you, delete that shit. Don't even read it. Like, why open it and entertain it? If you know this is not the homie sending you a what's up, let's go eat something, whatever it may be, don't even entertain that shit.
Don't
Because
entertain
you
it.
already know that it's all bait.
And
Yeah.
hold on, y'all keep it cute down there.
Oh,
This
don't
is
even pay
why
attention to that. Don't even pay
I
attention to
know,
that.
but Blue is.
I'm
Keep it
not.
cute down there. You did earlier, but I'm just telling them to keep it cute.
Just gonna say this. Rissa, I apologize for getting a little heated, but I genuinely was trying to stop both sides because it's not good for either side. I have no opinion on Dalton or Blue. I've been watching it. I'm sorry, and I'm saying that for real. But we had a calm conversation, and then, you came up with some emotions. And so I was feeling some type of way, but I apologize. Now, Blue, take a break off the app. If you come back,
You're gonna
don't
beat
say
me up.
nothing.
Rebrand,
You're gonna beat me.
Rebrand.
just do something else. Block all these people. You don't even have to deactivate your account. Just block all the people if they haven't blocked you already.
Right.
Delete the app and then come back when you want to, if you want to. But at this point, there's nothing can be done. People are going to feel how they feel. Just like I said in the live the other day,
Right.
you want to hear someone out and you want to, have reach some kind of common ground. People are already going to feel how they feel, and you can't get them to meet you where you are. So, anyways, I'm done.
I
I'm going to
appreciate you guys.
drop.
Me too.
Oh,
Petty's
good
finna
Lord.
go. He finna leave.
And Bacab, I see you. I didn't forget you, baby. I always have to
Oh,
shout your name in a live.
Hippocamp!
Bacab. Petty, God damn it. I have not a nerve left to tick, okay? Go eat, breathe with a F, not with a TH. Bye.
I hope y'all enjoy y'all dinner. My plate closed. Holla at you. Enjoy your evening.